Hi everyone, I'm Sarah, Childhood Finds. Thank you for joining me on my channel for this video today. So a little bit about myself, because I'm not good at introducing myself at the beginning of videos because I really should for those that are new. I am a full-time reseller. I sell on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and I've been doing it for a couple years now. I've been part-time selling for many more years, but full-time for the last couple. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how am I doing towards my 2024 goals. I'm going to be telling you what they were and also my progress towards them, and maybe a little bit about how I'm going to try to meet them. Because spoiler alert, guys, I'm not doing great this year, but most of my goals I think are still kind of obtainable. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. And this is to help keep me honest and keep me on track, so that hopefully I can still have a positive year. I also want to do this video to be able to encourage you to look at your goals and to see where you are, because we are over halfway through 2024 now. So hopefully you can use this as a time to reflect as well. What I'd love is if you'd leave in the comments how you're doing towards your goals, or even just share what some of your goals for this year were. You don't have to say how you're doing towards them, just anything that you are working towards. And if you want to share your progress, that'd be great too. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so my 2024 goals were 2,000 to 2,100 active listings on eBay. My second goal was to sell 2 items per day from cross-listing. The third goal, I want to gross $100,000 across all platforms. And just a reminder, gross means everything. So I'm not... Net is after all the fees, everything's taking out pretty much what you take home. Gross is all of that's included in there. So I want to gross 100,000, and then maybe in a couple years I can net 100,000. And then my fourth goal actually has to do with YouTube, and that is I want to have 2,500 subscribers by the end of the year. And then my fifth goal is I want to establish sourcing relationships and finding better ways to source. So let me talk about each goal and tell you how I'm doing towards meeting each one. So this first goal, where I want to have 2,000 to 2,100 active listings. So I'm actually doing good towards that goal. I feel really good about that one, because as of 7/11/2024, I currently am maintaining about 850 active listings. And at the beginning of the year, I was around 1,500 to 1,600. Let me put a disclaimer here, guys. Number of listings isn't going to measure success on eBay or any platform. It was just a little bit of a goal for me because I do sell a lot of long tail items. Long tail items are things that take typically 6 or more months to sell. So I do have a lot of that in my store. So I like to have a bigger store so that I can get some more daily sales. But that doesn't measure success, so you need to look at what's best for you and look at the kind of items that you source. If I had a higher sell-through rate, then I wouldn't be focusing probably on having quite that many items. And then my second goal, so I want to sell this one. This one's not good, guys. I want to sell 2 items per day from cross-listing. So let me put it into perspective. That's 182 days so far. And on Poshmark, I've sold 53 items, and on Mercari, I've sold 37 items. That's a total of 90. I should be, for my halfway goal, at 364. It's not going well, guys. But I still do like cross-listing. I also feel if my inventory was different, I would probably be doing better. I am still going to continue to cross-list through the end of the year, because I do want to do... Last year I did a 1-year update on how my cross-listing was doing. So I want to make it at least 2 years so I can do a second update video for you guys and for myself. That's when I'm going to reevaluate if this is something I want to continue doing, when I actually look right at the numbers and really look at what's coming into me. So that I'm going to keep pushing on until then. I also still don't dedicate near as much time as I should. I don't tend to share on Poshmark. My Mercari, I just let things sit there, and I don't do near as much as I do on my eBay. So it's fair. But just to share how much I am getting towards my goal, my full year goal would be selling 730 items. I am 12% to my goal, so I will have to kick things hard if I want to meet this goal, but it's still something I'm going to strive for. I am going to try to kick things up. I think fourth quarter is going to help, and I also historically, my sales do pick up in August. I think it will help, but I probably won't get there, but I'm still happy I set this goal for myself. Now let's look at the third goal. So the third goal is I want to gross 100,000 on all of my platforms together. So right now, I also want to share, I don't want to make excuses for how I'm doing, but I feel like it's relevant. This has been a very difficult year for me. I pretty much took off roughly 6 weeks where I was doing very minimal work on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And I haven't quite been myself since my family tragedy. I just haven't quite been who I was before in my business. So I am making an excuse, but that is why I'm giving myself space to know why I'm not quite as far as I want to be. That's why I'm sharing it, is it's okay to give yourself some space and realize why things might not be going quite where you want it, but also I still want to hit this goal. I'm not quite where I need to be, but I'm still going to hit this goal. I'm going to try as hard as I can until the end of the year to hit this goal. So let me give you the numbers. Right now, I have grossed $29,739.84 on eBay, and on Poshmark, $1,159.10, Mercari, $656.40. So it's okay progress. My total right now is $31,555.34. I would need to be at 50,000 to be halfway. So right now I still need $68,444.66 in sales to meet my 2024 goal, but I don't think that's impossible. My sales do pick up. It was a significant increase. I almost doubled my sales last year during fourth quarter. I'm not banking on that because things change each year, but I'm still going to push as hard as I can to try and meet this goal. So even though I did make an excuse for why I'm, as far behind as I am, I still am going to try to meet it. So my next one here is my YouTube goal of 2,500 subscribers. Currently, I'm at 1,414, which I am very happy with. I am very happy that anybody wants to watch my channel. And I have made friends from this channel, and I have really enjoyed making this community. So even if I don't meet this goal, I'm still gonna be happy with my progress, because I will say my channel didn't just skyrocket after I hit 1,000 subscribers. Some channels go really big after they hit that mark, but mine didn't, and that's okay. I have been very much in slow and steady wins the race, I think. But also I do want to mention on YouTube, one video can change everything. So who knows? I can still definitely hit 2,500 or more, but I'm still happy with that. If you looked at it, I'm not on par to meet this goal, but it's still something I could meet. I do plan to really try to keep up 2 videos a week as much as I can. I also have a plan for a research video series that I think will be kind of fun and cute and more focused on single topic items. So I think it'll be fun, the kind of series that I'm planning. So maybe that will help. But also, again, I'm happy with my progress. So it's okay if I don't meet 2,500, because subscribers don't totally matter on YouTube. Yes, it's a great thing to have, but what matters are the interactions and the views. So it's maybe not the best goal I could have set for myself, but that's just something that I can look at next year when I'm making my 2025 goals. And so number 5, my final goal, establish better sourcing relationships, as well as finding better ways to source items. I'm not doing good at this. Let me just give you the full, I am not doing good at this. This has been a very difficult sourcing year. I have had more negative interactions with other resellers than I've ever had before. One of the other parts of my goal was to make business cards. I haven't made that. This year has definitely been much different than I ever expected it to be. The year when March hit me, I careened. I did not expect this year to go as it did. It was very unexpected. It was. So this year is not going quite as I planned. So it may not be that I get to establish all the relationships that I want, but I am going to keep trying. So that's really why I'm doing this video, is I'm going to keep trying to do these things. So even if I don't meet the goals this year, I can be better set to meet them in 2025. And that's all you can do, is just try to do better. So I will try to make a business card. I need to focus on making a better logo. I want like a real logo, and then that would be easy to make a business card. So that's what I'm going to focus on in July. And then I want to try to start passing them out to people at sales. I'm going to start trying to do that. I'm going to start trying to interact more with my estate sale people here around here. And I have been trying to do different ways to source. So I've been looking at auctions. Like, I try many different ways to source. So I am doing okay in that, but I'd really love to be able to do bulk buys. I'd love to do private purchases. Private picks. I'd love to try to get into that area, because that would make all the difference in my business, because I can do this. It's just the sourcing part that's difficult for me. It's the one thing I have not mastered, and making the relationships I have not mastered. So as always, I'll just put out my commercial. If you're someone around me in the Northern Nevada region and the surrounding states, and you want to make a relationship, just let me know. Reach out to my email in the description. I just threw my ring. Maybe I should cut that out. Sorry guys. I'll leave that in. It's real. But yeah, just to give that commercial. If you're a person that wants to establish or wants to do that, let me know. Other than that, I do want to mention I do have that email in my description. If there are ever things that you're struggling with that maybe you just need another person to bounce off, you could always email me. I'm not promising I'll respond right away, guys. I am that person that looks at a message, goes, I need to respond to that, and then I forget. But I do always get back to it. So give me some time to respond. But if you have questions, about things that you see me sell all the time, plush, flatware, things like that, you can reach out to me. That's cool. We can, I'm happy to share any knowledge I have. I'm not an expert on anything. Let me just put that out there. But I'm happy to share what I know with others. So that being said, guys, that's how I'm doing on my 2024 goals. I do have a research video that I'm planning for next week that'll start the series like I mentioned earlier. So look for that for next week. And of course, I'll have my what solds this week. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Remember to put in the comments how you're doing towards your goals, or just what your goals were for the year. I'd love to hear that. And then other than that, we'll see you guys on the next video.